Vauxhall have brought back the Frontera. So, first things first. There's no spare wheel on the back. It's disappointing. I already had a picture of my Labrador printed up for it.
So yes, if you remember the Frontera, you'll know that it was quite a rough and ready 4x4 which goes all the way back to the grunge era. Spare wheel cover on the tailgate and everything. It's probably a stretch to call it a classic, but its basic function over form utility won it plenty of fans. If a Toyota Land Cruiser was Nirvana, the Frontera was Stone Temple Pilots.
But the re-release here, it looks all mainstream and polished and digital. And that is because it's a compact family crossover now. Of course it is. But, well, never mind. There is a lot to suggest that this is a very appealing small family car.
The design basically follows the blueprint of all modern Vauxhalls, especially at the front. Smooth visor grille flanked by LEDs that look like little axes, a bonnet with more creases than a student's t-shirt, and around the side, yet more creases. Most notably above the pronounced wheel arches and underneath the floating shark fin C-pillar. It gets a contrasting coloured roof too.
Around the back, they have spaced out the letters of the model here because apparently that makes your brain think that the car is more premium. Split tail lights with the top one curving around to the C-pillar, which gives it all a big sense of width. And then down here, trying to make it look a little bit more rugged and paying homage to the old Frontera, they've got this two-tone section. Looks all right, doesn't it?
But what actually is the Frontera now? Who's it for? Because you might be looking at this and asking why it exists. Doesn't Vauxhall already do two smallish crossovers, the Mocha and the Crossland?
Yes, well, this is all part of Vauxhall's plan to separate out its crossovers in a simple and less confusing way. So this is longer and bigger than the Mocha and will effectively replace the Crossland, but significantly smaller than the new for 24 Grandland. Simple.
So Vauxhall will soon have 3 distinctly sized crossovers, but this one in particular stands out because of its uniquely boxy and quite simple design, a bit like the old Frontera.
Simple is a theme that dominates the cabin, which Vauxhall says has a clear focus on the essentials. I mean, that could be a euphemism for cheap, right? But actually, I don't think you need to worry. I mean, obviously it's not soft touch plastics or stitched leather, but I wouldn't say it feels really cheap. These twin-angled 10-inch display screens dominate the vibe.
They look lovely and are fairly easy to operate, but there are still buttons and toggles here for the important stuff, aircon, heated seats and such. Steering wheel controls are standard and they're pretty easy to fathom, and all Fronteras will get wireless connectivity for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and wireless charging. This is a well-equipped car and definitely feels a step up from a Dacia.
It has the same seats as the Grandland, which is very good because they are very comfy, and they have this narrow gap here which is designed to take pressure off your tailbone. Very good for long journeys. Then there's loads of storage. Door bin here, bin here, bin here, cup bins here, covered bin here, shelfie bin here. And this is the pre-production version, but the actual production version will have a piece of rubber matting in here. So unless you're going to put Maltesers in there, your small bits shouldn't roll around. And for a small crossover, space back here is really good. The wheelbase is 7 centimetres longer than the Crosslands, and you can really tell I'm 5'8" and I've got loads of knee space, loads of head space. Door bins, small but okay. The seat pockets, this is a nice touch. These are mobile phone holders. 2 USB ports. Yeah, I like it. But one of the main benefits over the Mocha is boot space. 460 litres of it. That's 110 litres more than the Mocha and 40 litres more than the Vauxhall Astra. And with the seats folded flat, you get 1,600 litres of space That's 315 litres more than the Astra. That'll be the height of the thing. And not only that, you can also get a roof rack put on that will carry 200 kilograms of weight. That's like a fancy mountain bike and a 410-pound human sitting on top. How very utilitarian.
But the power options are where the Frontera truly leaves the 90s behind. There's an electric version with a 113 horsepower motor driving the front wheels and a claim range of up to 250 miles. The battery size is to be confirmed as I'm stood here. It'll be confirmed close to the car's on sale date in a few months, but we do know it'll rapid charge at 100 kilowatt speed. There's also a 48-volt mild hybrid coming, two actually, one with 100 horsepower and the other with 136. They're both powered by a 3-cylinder petrol engine, but also capable of up to 83 miles an hour in electric-only mode.
Now, Vauxhall claim that the hybrid version will be able to do up to 50% of urban journeys in zero emissions mode. And that is a very vague claim, but it does suggest that fuel efficiency should be excellent.
We should be looking at 50 miles per gallon plus in real life, maybe even 60, which is impressive. But, key question, what's this all going to cost? Well, it's too early to know exactly, but Vauxhall does say that the Frontera is the first part of a big plan to make its electric cars much more affordable. It's aiming for less than £30,000. Underpinning this plan, quite literally, is the Frontera's new smart car platform, designed to be cheap to make and shared with the forthcoming Citroën EC3. That goes on sale in summer 2024, and it's expected to cost around £24,000. £12,000 cheaper than a Mocha electric.
So, just when Vauxhall's family crossovers are starting to make sense, they go and make the bigger electric car much cheaper than the smaller one. Vauxhall just love to be confusing, but it's a good type of confusing because this is fast turning into becoming the most appealing of all of Vauxhall's family crossovers. We'll let you know once we get behind the wheel. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel and we'll see you very soon.